Hello again, everybody. Oh, today we're doing totally excessive raid preparations for Bedrock Basics, episode number 16 of the Badlands. So, as you can see, we're up here in the clouds. When we left off, we were building a platform, and this is how the platform has evolved. We've got a villager outpost down below, which is where we're going to generate all kinds of ominous potions. Then we grab that ominous potion and we bring it over to our battle platform, and you can notice all the clouds off on the side. Clouds generate between height level 197 and height level 201, and you can see I've made my clouds as thick as what those clouds are. So I made them 4 blocks thick, and it's a bit of a sandwich. It's got stone in the middle because accidents happen, and snow itself is not very resistant. So let's assume in the building process here a creeper shows up and explodes. It would take out a massive number of snow blocks, but the stone in the middle of the cookie here will absorb a lot of that damage so that you don't have a catastrophic failure in a hole that you got to deal with, and instead you'll just have minimum damage. Okay, nearby it was important that there was a mountain range because it takes a lot of snow. 1 snow block will give you 4 snowballs, and 4 snowballs gives you a snow block, so it's pretty simple conversion. Similarly, you could use a silk touch item. This is just one taken from a ruined portal, but you can see how fast the durability on that gold shovel just disappears. And I got another one just to show you again. Look. On your mark, get set. Oh, where's the shovel going? Stop, 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 stop. Okay, so I'm happy just to use my netherite enchanted shovel because it's good for more than a handful of blocks, and then I can get massive quantities. Like this build takes a whole lot of blocks. So many blocks that I wouldn't even recommend doing this unless you had a snowy mountain or snow biome nearby to harvest all these resources. And the snow blocks really do look a lot like clouds. I can't think of a better block color and texture for this build. They're all there, and then boom, convert them back to snow blocks. Snow blocks, ironically, are fireproof. Snow by itself will melt, snow blocks don't. So this is just a quick shot to show you that we finish it off, and it is a stone cookie sandwich all the way through, with the outside layers being snow. I really like the build, but it's totally excessive. And it's excessive for 2 reasons. I deserve it, and you viewers deserve to see something special. As you can see, these platforms are where raids will spawn, and I do test it later, and it does work. Okay, now the bottom side was a pain in the butt, and I didn't have the foresight to know how many circles and what duration, so I had to build it from the underside, and this is awkward. We put a light source in light sources and spaced them out so that it wasn't just a giant dark shadow in the sky, but lightened it up so that it would be whiter and look more cloudy. Sea lanterns are the best light source there, and from a distance you hardly even notice it because at their core they're white as well. You can see the lattice work that I had to use just to get to the underside of this, and I just made concentric circles to give the cloud a rounded texture instead of being flat. And then of course the local village was about 200-300 blocks away, and just had to do a rail system relay. Now the good thing is that the bub elevator takes these guys right up. Shaboom. And then we can go on up, and you can see that the villager was taken by the bubble elevator. I'm gonna put a cartographer and a priest onto the end ship that is built up here. And then in the area where I want to blast raids, there's going to be a lot of enchanted iron items that I use them for two things. One is put them on a grindstone and rub the enchants off. Becomes an experience point farm. Very effective. And the other thing is the iron items themselves, you can melt them down for nuggets. So we'll just get this guy, make sure that he's happy with his bed location, and he's good. Plus, as we're 2,000 blocks away from my spawn, when I buy maps from this guy later, it'll show me different locations. So here's the test. We come up to the villager outpost, and of course the captains, they're the ones with the flags on their back. Whack them, and each one will drop their flag and their ominous bottle. Take that ominous bottle, bring it back to the raid location, and this is going to evolve into a much prettier battle fortress, and I've got an idea for a center monument. And you can see I've done the raid a couple times already. I'm just generating emeralds out of it. And those emeralds are going to be the foundation for a giant beacon in the center. Set your spawn. Lots of arrows. And I'm just going to use some walls to help control the movement. So that if they do get me, I have a chance to fight back without just being overwhelmed and dead, which is not fun. Because you never know when the Magic Hands guys summon a bunch of Vexes and they get you. Like really, the crossbow guys aren't much of a threat. The Vindicator guys, they hit hard. But if you're up in a raised platform, you can take them out no problem. But the wizards, and to a lesser extent the witches, because they throw splash potions of poison, which just suck your health right away, are the primary threats. The small gaps in the walls prevent the Ravagers from getting close to me, so they're not a priority target at all. Simple as that. First wave done. We're just putting some extra barriers out. Building while we conduct a raid. Wave number 2. You can see that they spawn right on the platform, which is perfect. Now in my test runs here, it's random whether they spawn on each of the 3 platforms or on the bridge causeway over to the spire itself. But it's all good. Like this little makeshift tower that I'm standing on keeps me safe from the Vindicators, which hit very hard. The walls keep the Ravagers away, just because the gap in it is too small for their big fat bums. And that leaves you with the crossbowmen and the defenses up above, which just consists of a wall free floating so that you can shoot above it or below it, but it'll absorb like 90% of the shots coming at you. And then that leaves again the wizards and the witches. Evokers and witches. All kinds of experience points to repair your tools. And of course the enchanted iron items. We have a grindstone there with a villager. Raid complete. And a whole lot of emeralds. All kinds of free loots. And you can see with the raid complete, the prices are discounted for the duration of the hero of the People's Hero, Hero of the Village enchant that you get. And this is all from one successful raid. Saddles, totems, enchanted iron, the odd enchanting book. And again, this is just a veritable experience point farm. And when I'm done wiping the enchants off of it, I just throw them into a furnace and smelt them down for iron nuggets. The thing about playing in survival worlds is I find that we're really resource hoarders because you never know when you need stuff for the next build. So, that's our very excessive but highly successful battle platform to fight raids from. Once again, I just want to thank everybody for joining me. And if you like what you see, please hit that like and subscribe button. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you'd like to see. Tell me what you'd do differently. Until then, bye-bye.